everybody. I just wanted to give a quick update. I have 5 things written down here that I wanted to discuss. Number 1 is I no longer have palliative hospice care anymore because I'm doing the hybrid courses, which is 1 day online, 1 day on campus school, which means I no longer have a nurse, physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, or the doctor coming to my house anymore. I lost that privilege because I'm pursuing my dreams, and I am trying so hard to become a doctor. I want to do some good in this world, and the reason why, well, let me first say this. I have a doctor appointment on the 27th in Wisconsin, and it's with Dr. Barboy. Yesterday I met with my infusion doctor, and I waited a long time for this appointment, and he said, come meet me, and we'll discuss more about treatment options. We need to get you started on a treatment, whether it's starting up plasmapheresis again, doing IVIG, Rituxan or Cytoxan. And he only spent 5 minutes with me before saying, your neurologist needs to do all this. And my neurologist has no experience in these treatments. He's the one who knows about them. So my neurologist says to go to my primary. My primary is preventative medicine, not in treating a chronic illness. So my primary sends me to a different neurologist, and that neurologist says go to your autonomic expert, Dr. Barboy. And I just feel like I'm being tossed around like a baseball because nobody wants to be responsible in giving me a treatment in case something worse happens. I don't know what else worse can happen. I've been on life support twice and have nearly died, like 12 times last year, and I'm having such a hard time going in and out of respiratory failure. It's so frustrating. What worse can happen? And this is why I want to be an amazing doctor. We need doctors who understand, who are not just understanding, but have been in that spot before. We need doctors that aren't compassionate. We need doctors that are empathetic. And the difference between compassionate and empathetic, compassionate means, they have compassion for you. They feel sorry for you. They want to be there for you. Empathetic literally means the same thing, but it's because they've been there before. I want to be an empathetic doctor who understands and takes heart my patient's needs and will listen to my patient advocate. I want to be a patient advocate for my patients and not just toss them around like a baseball. Another thing I want to discuss was my feeding tube. 5 weeks ago I had surgery to fix my J-tube, my G-tube, because I kept throwing up so much. I threw up my J-tube and caused some damage, so they literally had to open me up from just below my chest all the way down my stomach and go in. It's an open surgery to fix everything, and I'm still having problems with my G-tube, my Mickey button. So I went to interventional radiology to get it fixed. The doctor made a huge mistake, and now I have to have the procedure of getting a G-tube all over again for a third time. That is not something I want to go through. One of the things I wanted to discuss was I'd been more than patient, more than, holding back my anger, and just, I've been so, I've been waiting for God to come down and fix this. And I've held back my harsh words. When you're sitting across from a doctor and, you're just holding back your tongue, it's very hard. It feels like it's a waste of time. But I must remember who I am representing. It does not take words only to represent the Most High God, but your actions also. And I want my actions to represent the high priest, who is Jesus. I want God's light to shine through me, as it says in Hebrews 2, how Jesus is radiantly shining the glory of God. That's who I want to be. I want to follow in his footsteps. The fourth thing I wanted to say was, do you guys have any questions for me? Any questions at all? I don't mind answering any questions. I know last week I was a little off on answering messages and comments, but this week I'm going to try my hardest to answer them. So you can message me or leave a comment and I will answer them. And the fifth thing is, how many of you have dysautonomia run in your family? So that's all I wanted to talk about this time. I thank you so much, everybody, for your encouragement, and you always say how inspiring I am. You guys inspire me so much, and you don't realize how much, you guys just supporting me really means. And when you say you're praying for me, I really do take that into consideration. I don't just read along it and say, oh, another person praying. No, I know when you guys say you're praying for me, I take it to heart. So I want to thank you for that, and I'll talk to you soon in my next video. Bye.